Hey everyone, welcome back to Professor Hancock's English videos. This video here is over Washington Irving's Rip Van Winkle. Obviously, you probably know of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow with Ichabod Crane and the Headless Horseman, but maybe you didn't know it was written by a man named Washington Irving. And maybe you didn't know he also had a story named Rip Van Winkle. You may have heard that phrase in some places before, but it's actually one of your readings in your American Lit 1 unit here. So let's talk about it for a few minutes. It's going to be pretty quick because I'm not going to go into deep history or background or anything like that. I'm just going to focus on a particular theme you need to be looking for as you go into the story. So with the story, as you can see with this short, it's about the writings of Knickerbocker, and he tells the story of Rip Van Winkle, and he goes out in the woods to get away from his nagging wife, and he drinks a little bit of something, and he goes to sleep for a very long time. Wakes up, he's got a massive beard, grass has been growing over him, that kind of stuff, and everything's completely changed, okay? And so when he goes on and he's telling this story and everything of that sort, you can read the rest of the story to see, but really think about I want to ask you to think about the idea of freedom. What is this telling us about freedom? And that's the big deal here, okay? Look for particular parts, especially ideas of his nagging wife, actually the falling asleep, getting out into the woods, into nature, and away from everything, and doing what he does, even if it has certain types of consequences. It's all about him. He falls asleep and he wakes up. What's his reaction? How does he go about doing that? And is he happy about it? Is he upset about it? What is it showing? What is it showing us about that freedom? Okay. So this, I wouldn't necessarily, arguably, this isn't a direct revolutionary text like you have with the Declaration of Independence or the Federalist Papers or Common Sense or anything like that. As a matter of fact, Irving was a sympathizer, was a British sympathizer. He really didn't agree necessarily with the throwing off of the yoke, but nevertheless, there's still a concept of freedom, and so that's what we really want to dig into and really look for as we go into this story here. So use that. Really think about that. Look for anything in the story that can help you and lead you into that area. So after your Unit 1, let's say you've already completed your Unit 1 exam, you may be going back with hindsight, and thinking, all right, what could I have done to have been prepared for this if Hancock doesn't have a study guide? This is an opportunity. Think about freedom in this story and go through and look for anything particularly that really pushes the idea of freedom. Like I said, when I mentioned a nagging wife and things like that. So if you come, just say hypothetically, you come across on your test next time something about his nagging wife, that should go, that's Rip Van Winkle by Irving, and it's really pushing the idea of freedom maybe. I'm not saying it's going to be on the test, but that should be your mindset and how you should approach your readings and your discussions and your journals and everything like that, okay? All right, if you have any questions, please let me know.